On Wednesday, October 19th at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, we have the OKC, Oklahoma City. Yeah, I keep messing that up. I got to get that right. The Oklahoma City Renegades taking on your LA Sharks. Now, I understand you might not want to break down the game because you have kind of vested interest. Would you give me a brief synopsis of what you expect OKC to try to do and take away from you?
I think Mike's going to throw a Destro game plan at me. I think he's going to throw everything at me. Things I don't think coming, things I wouldn't suspect. Just to be that spoiler. He wants to be the spoiler. I know he was wishing that the shoe was on the other foot. And I'd be the possibility of playing spoiler. And he knew he had the chance to get in. But I think he's going to come at me with things I'm not even suspecting. And that's where it's going to make me have to really figure out my playbook that I got to submit here later today. Do I stop Bovine? Do I stop Six Killer? Do I stop Brewski? Do I do what? You know. So, I mean, I got to really look at all his players. And the crazy thing is, each week, it seems like he has a different threat. Like somebody different each week. So I don't know what he's doing over there. But that defense has been, for the most part, in my opinion, good. Not to forget Boyer, because Boyer, I think, is his leading receiver. He has 85 receptions. I know what we did the last game to play him. I know why it didn't work. I know what he did, but the thing is, from week 2 to week now, it's been 10 weeks. His team's different. My team's different. I've learned more things since the beginning of the season. He's learned some things since the beginning of the season. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. And I called him earlier this week, asked him if he had his shipping paid up, because he's going to have to send me that Sharknado trophy.
We can't really look at y'all previous matchup in that week 1 because there was a lot of turmoil in your front office that week that led, leading into that game. So that's not a proper gauge of how y'all match up against each other. I know that, they have a history or tendency to take away people's running games to force them to be one-dimensional. And in all your victories, Parkey was a big factor in all the wins where he, had at least 100, sometimes 150, almost 200 yards in basically all your victories. So Parkey plays a big factor in your success, at least in the LA Sharks' success, should I say.
And you mentioned that, I'll throw this out there, he had 70 yards on 18 carries in the first matchup.
So saying that, and OKC needing this game to get in, the Sharks needing this game to get in as well, seeing that the Sharks are the home team, and you know what it is, you know what I feel about home teams in all pro. There's some about home teams, and the fact that I truly believe that you understand what it takes for for you to implement the proper game plan for your team to win, and having a little bit of the inner work, a little understanding of the inner workings of that OKC organization, and knowing what they like to do and what they don't like to do. That it's going to be like when Tampa Bay played the Raiders in the Super Bowl, where John Gruden all the audibles for the Raiders and whatnot. I'm not saying you have that, your knowledge is that in depth, but the fact that you have an understanding of the inner workings is the reason why I like the Sharks to pull out this victory and making it to the playoffs in their first season as a member of the SFL.
Yeah, and then, like I said, I think it was last week, I might have said it. The goal, obviously, was to win the division, win the conference, win the championship, all that stuff. But the honest goal was the unbiased goal, was to at least still make the playoffs. As an owner for the first season, like I said, I have a lot of things that this team has accomplished, which I'm proud of. The biggest comeback, which I don't want to be coming back in any games, but the biggest comeback in SFL history. Most points scored in the game in franchise history. 5 wins, win, lose, or draw. I'll have 5 wins, which is a quarter of what Daley Holder had in all his seasons combined as an owner. And I did a lot of this, as like you said, with turmoil. I'm just started the season 1-3, and it's been 5-3 since, 4-3, whatever it's been. I know we won 3 out of the last 5. So something like that. So I mean, I'm learning some things. Had 2 overtime victories over Houston and Tallahassee, which should have never happened. Either one of those cases. I screwed up, in my opinion, the playbook in both those games. That got me. So, like Santa Fe, good team. Said it before, held Matt Wilson at that time to his lowest passing total, but like an idiot, took out all the run-stopping defense and made J. Calvin Kim not look like a gold running back. And I think I said this to you before. He didn't look like a gold running back. I made him look like a platinum running back. So that one was on me. Didn't achieve the other goal of trying to beat T-Tat. That was going to be my only opportunity ever, unless he someday comes back, which would be good to see. But I'm glad of all the owners. It's Mike Irvine, the one I got to play. He gave him my first shot, and it's going to be good to play him and see if I can make it happen.
And that's why I believe that, after learning, sometimes you gotta learn by fire. It's the same kind of way I had to learn by fire the first 3 weeks of being DC for Baltimore, is that what works and what doesn't work. And just because this player has not been used up to date doesn't mean he can't be a threat. You can't sleep on anybody. You gotta prepare for everyone, give everybody the respect they deserve, because at any given moment they could take over the game, and if you don't account for that. So good stuff there.